we're gonna add a little spice, because everyone wants a little spice in their life. So, pizza. Gotta be everyone's favorite food. I mean, if not, then there's probably something wrong with you. It's definitely my favorite food. And we're starting off right away with my hands in these tomatoes. I'm showing you how I make my tomato sauce for the pizza. Super simple. We're gonna start off talking about this, and then we're gonna talk about the dough, and then we're gonna make the pizzas, okay? So, pizza, sauce. Margherita, everyone knows, is actually traditionally from Naples, Italy. It's the colors of the Italian flag. We've got red tomatoes, green basil, and white cheese. So right now the sauce, when I make a Margherita pizza, I need the sauce to be simple but perfect, okay? And what we're doing, okay, that's nice and squished up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I have the absolute best ingredients possible because there's so few. Think about the Margherita pizza. You've got tomato sauce. We need to have enough salt for those tomatoes. You've got basil and cheese. Very few ingredients. Therefore, we need to make sure those ingredients are the highest quality, okay? So that is really all I do for my tomato sauce. I use a good quality San Marzano canned tomato, and I'm not, you wanna make sure you get a really good one. You can go ahead and taste a couple. I've done that in my own little tomato tasting test to decide what the best flavor is. And I have found I love these ones, whole peeled tomatoes, and I crush them with my hands because I want there to be some texture, okay? So that's the tomato sauce. That's literally it. Now we're gonna talk dough because that's like the most important part, okay? First of all, look at that, you guys. The bubbles, it smells like just heaven. It's like that amazing scent of yeast and just happy growing things in here. I'm actually gonna pull this dough out, and I made this is important, 3 days ago. If you're gonna make homemade dough, and you really can get good dough at the store, I make mine fresh, surprise, surprise. It's actually very easy, and I let it sit in my fridge for 3 days. I want that time, that's very important, to really let the flavors grow. The yeast is gonna start getting into action, and it's gonna activate slowly, creating that really nice fermented sourdough almost flavor in your dough. So you guys can see here, this is how I stretch my dough. I'm very gentle using my knuckles. I'm not gonna throw it in the air because I'll probably ruin it. And when you come back, it's pizza building time, and it's gonna be great, okay? Listen guys, pizza waits for no one, it's time. Once I start building this pizza, this is like a ticking time bomb, and it's gotta go in the oven. So, you guys remember, we talked about the dough. It is a 3-day fermented dough. It smells incredible. It feels really good and soft and like easy to kind of, stretch out, but it's definitely strong enough that it didn't get any holes. I'm doing a nice even layer of the tomato sauce, and you guys can see, we kind of talked about how I like it a little bit chunky, very simple. It's not cooked because it's gonna cook in the oven, which, speaking of the oven, we have had preheating for about an hour at 500 degrees because we need this to be hot. Pizza needs serious heat, and with my bake stone in the oven, it's kind of been really emanating the heat everywhere and circulating it so that the oven is more like, almost like 700 degrees at this point. It's kind of faking that because I've had it on for so long and I've had that stone in there that's kind of getting the heat, absorbing it, and then re-emitting it, okay? So pizza's ready, guys. It's going in. I open. You want to just gently slide. We got a little stickage. Oh, it's coming off. Oh, we got it. Pizza is off. Close your oven. And guess what? We have a beautiful one ready to go. Look at that baby. Okay, we've got the basil, the tomato, the cheese. We actually are gonna finish with a little bit of fresh basil. I actually love the combination of fresh and cooked basil. Wow. I think that way you get the best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. A little extra Parmesan because, And finally, for that spicy hit, we've got Calabrian chiles, which are one of my favorite ingredients right now. They're chilies from, surprise, surprise, Calabria, Italy. and they're spicy and tangy. You can get them in some good health food stores or just even down at, I think probably Harmon's or Dan's has them, those kind of places. A little bit of flaky salt, my favorite ingredient. And my last secret is a little bit of lemon zest. And I just kind of do a little lemon zest over the hot pizza. And I'm telling you, the second that zest hits this hot crust, I'm getting all of that aroma of the lemon, and it's just fresh and bright.